Okay guys, this is an update of my Murray Exciter or something like that. Murray Explorer, that's the name of this. Now I've got through welding. I sprayed some rust-proof stuff on there. I took it down to the car wash, I degreased it, and right now I got the tires and wheels off, and I'm in the process of painting it. I started and I took a break here for lunch. That'll be the color of it. And there's some big areas, like underneath the seat, it doesn't need to be painted, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. You can see the triangulation I did to support the steering column. This ATV bumper system, I just notched it out right there and slid it over that axle tube. And on the bottom, it's hard to see, but I flipped this over and I welded it almost the whole length on underneath it. 2 U-bolts right there and right there. I also welded the floor into the frame and to the front of the axle tube. This I also braced with a piece of angle iron, bolt through it, U-bolt, tacked them all in. Long welds around, hammered this around and down on it. It's turning out pretty good. Now the cage, I showed you about that top piece I did because I was trying to straighten this out so I could get the front piece out further. I wanted the front of the tubing to be out further, and I ended up bending the frame and I made it weak right there. So I wanted that to be strong, so that's why I've got that piece going across it, one across and one angled, so I triangulated it, and it seems to be very strong. I'm working on my paint. I got not a tiger stripe, a leopard print I'll be doing on this. Now on the belt guard case, or here's the 2 covers that go. This one goes beside the motor, and this one goes over the clutch. I cleaned them up with. I took them down, degreased them when I took this car wash. I put them back over here, and I wiped them down with degreaser, and then I sprayed some Bulldog adhesion promoter. And I'm hoping that's going to make the paint stick because it is plastic. And there's the paint that I'm using. This is Ace from Ace Hardware Rust Stop. It's a really good paint. And I was able to, the thing I like about this, you can see it's a neutral base. I got them to mix me up a color. And I looked up a fluorescent green and they mixed it up for me. And so I've got a little bit of that painted. I'm going to paint the rest of this and just let it dry and take its time. I'm going to look at flat-proof tires for this, and also Marathon Tires got a boatload of flat-proof tires, and now that I see that, I'm going to see about them. And but I sprayed some rust-proof stuff on there. That's what that white is. There's a little area that I want to keep covered. That's the model number and stuff like that. A little bit later on, I would love to get another couple of go-karts just like this one. This is a great design, and I see good possibilities for it. Like I say, this and some kids at a family reunion, the throttle locked on it. A damn stick got wrapped around the throttle cable, and locked it wide open, and the kids bailed, and it crashed into a tree and collapsed that front end. And so I've redone it. This top piece, it was a real noisy and creaky one, and that's where I've done all these little sections to kind of get the frame a little bit strengthened up and to tie it all in. And right now it didn't make noise, which is good. I'm going to spend a little bit more time, paint the rest of this out, and just let it dry. This Ace Rust Stop right there, I like to let it dry for a day or two. and I'm hoping things will work out because we got some crappy weather coming in, and so I'll give it a couple days. But this thing's coming along pretty good. The motor over here is a Tecumseh motor. I've got the carburetor off. Now I got a Oregon 50-646. I'm going to try on this, and if I can't get that carburetor to work, I'm going to just put this motor on the side and get a Predator motor over at Harbor Freight, just like that one right there. It's the exact same dimensions as at Tecumseh. That's the only other thing I could do. These have got these stupid non-adjustable carbs, and they when they go bad, there's nothing you could do with them. But that Oregon 50-646 is the same physical dimensions. There is a area on top that's going to hit up in here that I'm going to have to modify to see if I can get that carburetor to work. It's the choke. The choke lever sticks up, so I'm going to have to bend it on around, and the choke lever is going to be down here. Now I took the governor system that was on the side off over there, and I got a piece right here that's going to tie into that where I bring the throttle cable in right here. I bring the throttle cable in this way. I mean, this motor runs decent. Except for that carburetor crap. The governor on these Tecumsehs seemed to be a big joke. I don't know about these anymore. Like I said, I'll just see what I can do on that carburetor. I'll report on that carburetor if it works or not. I've read it out there on the web where people says it'll be a direct bolt-in, but I've never seen anybody be successful on using them. And that's what hacks me off on that. But now this big go-kart could use a bigger motor. I've seen one on eBay. There's a 6-horse and a 9-horse diesel out there that's fairly affordable. That'd be great for something like this. Or even one of them electric start 13-horse would be great. But anyhow, that's where I'm at, and that's the color scheme. And so I better get busy and get back to painting again. I've got the seat already made. Sorry I didn't bring it out so I could show it off to you. There's the jack plate that the motor bolts onto, the clutch works off of. But yeah, on the next video I'll show the seat and all. Maybe then. Okay, I'm out for now. Bye.